Let's face it, scrolling endlessly on your phone feels harmless, maybe even relaxing at first, but over time it leaves you feeling dull, unmotivated, and strangely disconnected. This phenomenon, often referred to as brain rot, isn't just a dramatic term. It's a real impact of overconsumption of digital content, leading to attention fatigue, poor memory retention, and an inability to focus on tasks that truly matter. If you're tired of waking up drained before your day even starts, or feeling like hours have slipped through your fingers, you're not alone. And the good news is, it's not permanent. You can reverse it. This isn't about lecturing you to delete every app or throw your phone in the ocean. Instead, let's focus on understanding the problem, taking small, actionable steps, and regaining control of your mental clarity. Brain rot happens because of overstimulation. Social media and endless feeds are designed to bombard your brain with quick bursts of dopamine, the feel-good chemical. Every swipe, like, or comment is a mini reward, training your brain to crave more, even when you don't realize it. This constant influx of information makes it harder for your mind to switch off and focus. It's why you might find yourself opening TikTok or Instagram just for 5 minutes, only to look up an hour later and wonder where the time went. To break free, the first step is awareness. Start by paying attention to how often you pick up your phone and what triggers it. Is it boredom, stress, or procrastination? Keep a small notebook or use your phone's screen time tracker to log this for a few days. You'll likely notice patterns. Maybe you reach for your phone during awkward silences, after notifications pop up, or as soon as you wake up. This is key because awareness lays the foundation for meaningful change. Once you've identified your triggers, it's time to interrupt the cycle. Try the pause rule. Wherever you feel the urge to pick up your phone, pause for 10 seconds and ask yourself, do I really need to do this right now? Often, the answer will be no. This tiny hesitation creates a gap between impulse and action, giving you time to choose differently. Another way to disrupt the scrolling habit is to replace it with something equally engaging but less harmful. For example, if you tend to scroll during your breaks, replace it with a short walk, stretching, or even doodling. Your brain is still getting a break from work or stress, but you're not feeding it with overstimulation. Now, let's talk about dopamine detoxing. No, this doesn't mean depriving yourself of pleasure entirely, but rather recalibrating your brain's reward system. Start small. Pick one day a week where you intentionally avoid social media or limit your screen time to under 2 hours. Use that time to engage in analog activities, read a book, journal, or cook a new recipe. At first, it might feel uncomfortable or even boring, but this discomfort is a part of rewiring your brain to find joy in slower, deeper experiences. Physical activity plays a huge role here. When your body moves, your brain benefits. Exercise releases endorphins, which counteract the sluggish and mental fog associated with brain rot. It doesn't have to be intense. A 20-minute walk outside, yoga, or dancing in your living room can make a noticeable difference. Finally, setting boundaries is essential. Designate tech-free zones in your home, like the bedroom or dining table. Charge your phone in another room at night, and invest in an actual alarm clock to avoid the temptation of starting your day with notifications. The more you can separate your life from constant connectivity, the more space you'll create for mental clarity and meaningful connections. Once you start incorporating these small changes, you'll notice something remarkable. The world feels richer, your thoughts become sharper, and time no longer feels like it's slipping away. Once you've taken the first steps to create awareness and set boundaries, it's time to dig deeper into what keeps the scrolling cycle alive. You're not just battling a bad habit, you're up against a system intentionally designed to hook you. Social media algorithms are engineered to keep you engaged, feeding you content tailored to your interests and behaviors. The more you scroll, the more data these platforms collect, creating an addictive loop that feels personalized. To break out, you need more than willpower, you need strategy. One effective approach is reorganizing your digital environment. Start with your home screen. Remove apps that suck you in from the first page of your phone, replacing them with tools you actually want to use, like your Notes app, calendar, or a language learning app. Better yet, turn off notifications for non-essential apps. Every time your phone pings, it hijacks your attention, even if you don't act on it immediately. Silencing this noise can drastically reduce the compulsion to check your device. Next, curate your content. Unfollow accounts that don't add real value to your life or that make you feel drained, anxious, or envious. Follow creators who inspire growth, learning, or positivity instead. Social media doesn't have to be the enemy, but it should work for you, not against you. By creating a healthier feed, you're less likely to fall into a mindless scrolling spiral. But reorganizing isn't enough if your time isn't structured. Brain rot thrives in the absence of purpose. This is where intentional time management comes in. Start each day by listing 3 key tasks you want to accomplish. Keep the list realistic, don't overload yourself, and prioritize one task that absolutely must get done. Whenever you feel the itch to scroll, remind yourself of your list and refocus on the task at hand. You can also experiment with time blocking, a technique where you schedule specific periods for focused work, relaxation, and even scrolling. Setting limits on when and how you use your phone ensures it serves as a tool rather than a time sink. For example, allocate 20 minutes in the evening to catch up on social media. Knowing you have a dedicated time for it makes it easier to resist random urges throughout the day. Now, let's explore the power of deep work and flow states. Scrolling fragments your attention, making it harder to engage in tasks that require sustained focus. Combat this by training your brain to concentrate for longer periods. Start with short intervals of focused work, like 25 minutes, using the Pomodoro technique, followed by a 5-minute break. Gradually increase the work intervals as your attention span improves. Engaging in activities that naturally foster a flow state, like painting, playing music, or solving puzzles, can also help. These activities immerse your mind in the present, offering a sense of fulfillment that endless scrolling cannot replicate. Let's not forget the role of diet and sleep in brain health. Brain rot isn't just a mental issue, it's a physiological one. A diet rich in whole foods, particularly those high in antioxidants, omega-3 fatty acids, and B vitamins, supports cognitive function and mood regulation. Avoid excessive sugar and caffeine, which can cause energy crashes and worsen attention fatigue. Sleep is equally crucial. Scrolling before bed disrupts your natural sleep cycle by exposing you to the blue light, which suppresses melatonin production. Try implementing a digital sunset an hour before bedtime. During this time, wind down with a book, light stretching, or meditation. Better sleep not only improves focus but also helps your brain process and retain information more effectively. Mindfulness practices can further combat brain rot. Techniques like meditation, breathing exercises, or even simple moments of stillness teach your brain to anchor itself in the present. Apps like Headspace or Calm can guide you if you're new to this. The goal isn't to empty your mind, but to train it to observe thoughts without reacting impulsively. The more you strengthen your ability to focus and resist distractions, the less appealing scrolling becomes. Instead of viewing this process as restrictive, frame it as liberating. Every step you take to reclaim your time and attention brings you closer to a richer, more meaningful life. By now, you've taken steps to identify your scrolling triggers, restructured your digital habits, and even begun rewiring your brain through focused attention, mindful practices, and healthier routines. The final piece of the puzzle is sustainability, ensuring these changes become long-term habits that enrich your life instead of temporary fixes. Start by rewarding yourself for progress. Positive reinforcement strengthens new habits, so celebrate small victories. Maybe you managed a full morning without picking up your phone, or successfully swapped your scrolling time for a productive activity like journaling or learning a new skill. Recognize these moments, write them down, or treat yourself to something enjoyable, like a relaxing evening or a favorite snack. Over time, these rewards reinforce your commitment to change. Another powerful tool is accountability. Share your goals with a friend or family member who can support and encourage you. You might even find someone willing to join you in cutting back on screen time. Knowing that someone else is rooting for your success or working alongside you adds an extra layer of motivation. To keep brainrot at bay, cultivate a rich offline life. Build a hobby you genuinely love, whether it's gardening, crafting, reading, or playing a sport. These activities not only fill your time, but also nourish your mind in ways digital distractions can't. They provide a sense of achievement, creativity, and real connection to the world around you. And here is a mindset shift to consider. Instead of trying to avoid boredom at all costs, embrace it. Moments of idleness are where creativity and self-reflection thrive. The next time you're tempted to scroll because you're bored, resist. Let your mind wander instead. You might be surprised by the ideas and clarity that arise. As you continue this journey, remember that perfection isn't the goal, progress is. There will be days when you slip back into old habits, and that's okay. The key is to notice it without judgment and gently return to your intentions. If you've made it this far, it means you're serious about breaking free from the scrolling trap. So why not share this message with someone else who might need it? Like this video, leave a comment about your progress, and don't forget to subscribe for more actionable tips on reclaiming your focus and living a more intentional life. Together, we can create a digital world that enhances our lives without controlling them. Thanks for watching!